Hi, everybody. This is Elizabeth. Welcome back to the Flower Farm. So today is still early April, and so we are still getting some really freezing temperatures at night. So we're not doing any outside flower farming quite yet. Most of everything is focused on seed starting um, and just getting things prepared. Along those lines, our flower beds are a huge mess. It is in the 50s today, and so I thought I'd get out here and just do some work in our flower beds today, and I'll bring you guys along with me. Hang on, let me spin you around so you can see what we're dealing with. Okay, so here we are in the front flower bed. It's not even very long, and actually it's only a portion of the front. I'll show you the other piece here in a minute. Sorry about clearing my throat. I still have a little bit of spilkus left in my throat from having bronchitis, gosh, at the end of February. Anyways, you can see it's kind of a big mess, and the sun is directly overhead, so the light is super harsh. But let me show you what we got going. Our peony noses are starting to show, which is super exciting. Got a few tulips that the deer did not get, which is kind of exciting. Deer usually love tulips. They love them like candy, even the bulbs, well, the whole thing. And they usually get out here and decimate everything, but can't help it. I still put a few out anyway. This is salvia, perennial salvia, starting to come back, as you can see. Here, let me come down this way. This is going back to the north side. This lamb's ear, yes, it's really starting to show itself. This lamb's ear that I have here is probably 3 by 5 in the flower bed, and every year it gets a little bit bigger. I love it, mostly because it's a really reliable perennial that comes back year after year. And then also, the other thing about it is that it gets bigger year after year, which I just love. The whole reason I put it here, let me swing you back around, hang on. I put it here right where our steps are because the dogs would always come this way and trample on anything I might have had in this flower bed right here. So I put the big, or the little, wouldn't start off, the little lamb's ear, and it has just taken over this whole section here, which I just love. Anyway, so the plan today is to pull all these rocks back. You can see how there's grass starting to creep in here. Oh, can you see? Yeah, it's pretty harsh. We're going to pull all these rocks back like that, and then we're going to just edge along this area here, get rid of the grass, and then just rake out this flower bed. It's not very big. It's probably 3 feet by 15 feet, and 5 feet here where the lamb's ear is at its widest point. It shouldn't take us very long.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to pull all the rocks away from the flower bed. And then here you can see me using my Half Moon steel edger. It's got a really nice long 48-inch wooden handle, and I love it. So to use the Half Moon steel edger, you're only supposed to set it parallel to the edge that you're trying to make and then step on it. Rock it back and forth, right to left, but try to resist the urge to pivot it or to rock it back like you would a shovel. The reason is because the blade itself is not very strong, and you can actually bend the blade. It's really meant for cutting, and it's really not meant to be used as a shovel. The blade is not that strong. So like I said, just go back and forth on it, right to left, and then move it down to the next area that you are hoping to create. And then I use my handy dandy clippers to clean up all the dried stalks from last year. And I rake up all the detritus. I love that word, detritus.
Okay, I know that's really small, really tiny, really insignificant, but look how beautiful that is. Oops, see my shadow? The sun is really directly overhead. Not the best time for filming. Anyway, isn't that beautiful? All those sweet little rocks in a row, weed free. I did let the lambs here just kind of spill over the rocks. I think that looks really charming and kind of cottage-like. This really needs to be thinned out. You see, there is a lot of babies in there that need to be pulled out. I'll probably go ahead later this week, maybe tomorrow, depending on the weather. Go ahead and dig some of those up and pot them up and give them away to friends. Because can you really ever have too much lamb's ear in your life? There's my shadow. Okay, that's it. All right, that's it. Tiny little project today, but what a glorious day. So happy to be outside. Okay, everybody, we'll see you in the next video. Bye. So I lied. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. So about 10 or 15 years ago, my mom gave me this sweet little garden plaque. Everybody's got them. They're really pretty common, but it's sweet because my mom gave it to me. Now, my mom is 90 years old now, and she lives in another whole state. And she used to come visit me all the time with my dad. But she's 90 now, and I don't really think that she's gonna be back to visit anytime soon. There's my dog. I don't think she's gonna be back to visit us anytime soon. And she gave me this sweet little plaque. And shoot, when I came out here, after winter, I discovered that the plaque was broken. Here, let me show you. So about 10, 13 years ago, my mom gave me this plaque. It usually sits right here in the flower bed. It doesn't sit flat, it sits up. And anyway, sits up against the rock. And every time I go up and down the steps out here, because I'm sitting on my front porch, every time I go up and down the steps, I see it, and it reminds me of my mom. And like I said, it's not unique, but it's precious to me because my mom gave it to me. So I came out here after winter this year and found that it was broken, just right in half. And I have no idea how to repair it. It's that composite stuff. And I could easily replace it probably, but because it is so precious to me, because like I said, my 90-year-old mother gave it to me, I really would much rather repair it. But I'm not exactly sure how to do that. I don't know what I would need to use. I don't know, Gorilla Glue. I don't know. I'm not sure what you would use on that. But anyway, because it's so precious to me, I would rather repair it than replace it. So if anybody has any ideas about how to repair this type of a composite kind of cement item, I don't know what to call this. Anyway, plaque. If you could just put it in the comments, that would be great. Okay, thank you very much. See you in the next video.